Drilling a hole. It's cold out here. See my breath? How deep you think this ice is? How thick?
Hopefully 4 inches. Well, then I'm halfway through. Probably closer to 6.
Probably closer to 6.
What I do know is it's about the experience. Right? That's what they say.
I think they say about stuff you do like one time. Because it sucks. That's a nice way of saying it sucks.
It was a fun experience. That shit sucked. Never want to do it again.
Never want to do it. Hey, Bob. Thanks.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Cindy, what's up? Welcome in, guys. Yeah, we're getting a pretty decent hole.
Look, it's a hand crank, so bear with me, guys.
Very satisfying. Hey, Vertex. Heck yeah. Cindy rocks. So he's got great lives. Her and Travis.
Yeah.
Hey, Celeste. Welcome in, everybody.
Don't forget to double tap that screen.
Double tap that screen, like the live. No snow yet. Where are you at? Cindy's trying to think of something fun. Vertex doesn't have any snow where he's at yet. Yeah, I'm actually not working today, so I can catch some fish.
Yeah, for once in a while, the wife is finally out here with me.
You're in Washington and you don't have any snow? Where are you in Washington? Nice seeing you too, Bob. I'm sure you'll come up with something fun to do, Cindy. You always do.
Did you catch any fish last night?
Did you catch any fish last night? Yeah, I'm planning on having some fun today. Hopefully we catch some fish today.
They say this is fun, but I don't know. It feels like work.
She got skunked.
Yeah, we're going.
No, are you like southern or like northern Washington? You don't gotta tell like your city, but like are you like southern or northern? Even still, like Northern California, I think has snow.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
that's crazy. Cindy, Cindy's in Southern Georgia?
No.
Is that what you
she's in
said?
Tennessee.
Why did you say Southern Georgia? You're in Tennessee. I'm confused.
Maybe she's in Southern Georgia right now.
No, she took out the message.
Oh.
Southern Georgia got a bunch of snow. Yeah, I heard. Like, I take calls at a call center, and we sell like equipment for generators and stuff like that. And I've been getting a bunch of calls from like the southern states, like Tennessee, Georgia. I'm like, y'all got snow? And everybody's freaking out. Vertex is like 15 minutes away from the I-5 bridge to Oregon. I feel like there would be snow there already. That's crazy. And there's snow in Georgia. Hello, Interop. What's up? What's going on? Welcome in. See, we didn't even have a white Christmas this year. It snowed before Christmas, and then got really warm, and all the snow melted, and then it snowed again after Christmas. It's like 50 degrees right now. Send some of that warmth this way. It's like, what is it, like 5 degrees right now?
It's about 5.
I think it's like 5 degrees right now here.
It's supposed to be negative 20 next week.
Yeah, negative 23 next week. Yeah.
You guys see how much work I put in for this video for y'all?
Bob wants to know how thick that ice is. Well, we're not through yet, and I think he's at least 3 inches
Yeah, I'm at 3.
down right now.
Yeah, about 3.
They got snow in April in Washington last year, where he's at. Or should they go there? I don't know. I don't mean to misgender anybody. I'm just...
Where they're at.
Where they're at.
Everybody's a they, them now.
I don't know. Those people are leaving. There's a hole over there.
Yeah, you want to move over to that one?
There's a lot of people out here today on this little lake. This lake's like, it's got one area that's like 25 feet deep, and then the rest of it is like 1 to 5 feet deep.
Yeah.
So everybody's out on this one spot. Still going. Like, I was helping him drill the hole, and then he's like, no, go live. We should make a video. And I was like, okay. Now I just get to man the camera. I was trying to help. It'll be really satisfying once that breaks through the ice. Oh, that's my favorite part.
It really is. Got a really good video of it last time.
Yeah, but it was farther away. This one will be better because I'm like right here. If anybody's ever done or never done ice fishing,
By hand.
pro tip: buy an electric auger or a gas powered one.
Pro tip, don't.
Pro tip: don't.
If you've never carved a hole in ice with a hand auger, pro tip, don't.
Like, how long do y'all think this is gonna take to bust through? Welcome in, double tap that screen, like the live. Put in some guesses on how thick this ice is. 10 minutes, Bob says. Like 10 more minutes or like 10 total minutes? So I think we're at 10 total minutes already. Yeah, because the live's been 11 minutes and we started this before the live, so.
Yep.
So like 10 more minutes? Thanks, Bob. Yeah, buddy, hit that like button. Maybe if we get enough likes, it'll bust through the ice. Bob says 10 more minutes and you'll be through. He's already gotten like 2 more inches.
Guys, I don't know if anybody actually knows, but this is not like drilling a hole through anything else, because they're just angled just right to where they just shave off the top layer.
And like, what's all the rest of it for? I don't know. Yes, drill adapter needed 100%. I like to see a fish today too. Maybe I'm here, so we'll catch one.
You know, I would like to just see some water at this point. We are that deep, guys.
Yeah, I'm not worried about falling through this ice.
Oh, not at all. You a bad man to jam if you fall through this.
Yeah. Oh no. I don't even think I could fall through this. Like, I think you could drive a truck out on this right now.
I don't know, you want to bring the van down?
No. Our tires are bald. We won't make it back up the hill to go back up to the... Look at... There's a hill over there. So we gotta drive back up. And our tires are so bald on our van right now that we would not make it up that hill. Oh. Can't wait till payday.
What, are we going to buy an electric auger?
Drop it. No, we're gonna drop $500 on tires for the van.
I know. And yes, guys, it actually is necessary for me to keep stopping like this and scooping out all the snow, all the ice chips that I'm...
It's turned to snow at this point.
Yeah. But anyway, it makes it harder when you have a whole big pile in there building up.
Definitely makes it harder for the blades to cut. It just slides across the snow. Ice chips or whatever. There it is.
There she goes, guys.
That was satisfying. You're only in 1 foot of water on a sandbar? No, Bob.
That happened to me last time I went out.
That did happen to him last time.
I was actually in about 2.5 feet of water. I was mad. I got my depth finder all the way down there, and I could still see it through the ice.
Yeah, Bob, it's definitely happened to him. He was mad. He's like, I'm looking at the depth finder on the bottom right now.
So I drilled another hole about 10 feet away out into the middle of the lake. Figured I'm good. I'm at least 5 feet down. There gotta be bluegill or something. No, I was still only a foot down.
God damn it, Ice Chip. Get out of here.
True story.
Yep, true. I just dropped it right back in there. Did y'all see that? Good job. Sometimes it's a good thing, though. Well, not when the ice
fishing.
Not when the ice is 6 inches, 7 inches thick, and the water's only a foot deep. Then you're only left with a few inches. We got the heat today, though. We brought the stove out. It's warm in here.
Is it?
Huh?
Is it?
Yeah.
Good.
Now we're about to find out how deep it is. Hopefully Bob didn't jinx us. Look, you can see his breath. It's hard for me to see this chat sometimes because it's so cold. The fog in my breath is so thick. Big ones. All right.
Yeah, right there.
Like 3 feet?
No, because it's about there. We're about 6 feet of water, 8 feet.
6, 8 feet. There's
Never know.
northern. There's northern in here, so maybe we'll catch a northern.
Would be the goal.
Thanks again, Bob. And yes, everyone, double tap that screen, like the live.
Okay, let me see that bobber.
Oh, losing my glove.
That would be my.
Thanks for joining, everybody. Oh, losing Brian's glove. And then we drop it in.
Well, I gotta put a minnow on.
How's Fishy and Emmykins doing?
Well, they're doing great.
Yeah, they're doing good. They got a cute little new puppy.
Take that glove real quick.
They're a cute little Rottweiler puppy, and it's so adorable.
Come here, minnow.
He's almost lost a minnow.
Come here, minnow.
Putting a minnow on the hook with a glove on. Not the easiest.
Ooh, glove, glove.
I don't know what they're up to today. Fishy and Emmy.
Emmy's probably at work. Honestly.
Well, someone's got to pay for your guys' fishing addiction.
Absolutely. We love our wives for that. And set the trigger.
Something's already biting it, I think. And that's maybe the minnow.
No, that's the minnow just going down. Told you she's down there pretty deep.
Bob said when the puppy grows up, he'll get fishy or musky.
I'm hoping so. He's gonna have a bunch of fun adventures with that pup. Alright. I need you to stand up.
Well, you could have moved the bucket and stuff. Oh, that ice hole's already freezing back over. That's how cold it is. Thanks, Bob. We like you too. You rock. Bob says we rock. Bob's awesome.
Thank you, Bob. We appreciate it.
Camera's trying to do weird stuff. Sorry, guys. Hold on a minute.
Alright, I got a camera.
Okay.
We made an egg salad. We got clam chowder. Go ahead and drop that snap.
I don't know which side you want it on.
That's fine.
I'll say if you want me to zip it, I can kind of do that.
No, that's good. Leave that side open.
Okay.
I gotta step out real quick anyways.
Oh my gosh. Do I have to move again?
Nope.
Okay, good.
You will not. Alright, just take your gloves. Take the gloves and the hat.
Hey, we brought out some clam chowder soup to cook on the stove. It's also doubling as our heater. There was a bunch of ice in here. Porta potty. The world is your porta potty. What? He said, and you bring a porta potty, and I said, porta potty. The world is your porta potty.
If all you gotta do is take a piss, yeah?
Bob said, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's ice on the inside of the shelter because
I left it outside and it snowed.
yeah, I was gonna say because why?
Because of me.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're gonna have to hold this. My fingers are cold.
Yep. I said, put your gloves on. We're just waiting for the flag to go off. I mean, I got my pole beside me, but you know.
Sometimes it's too cold to hold on to the pole. Oh my god.
Was in Siren, Wisconsin?
Where is that?
Never even heard of that one, yeah.
That's funny, we live in Wisconsin. I'm like, what is that? What town is that?
If you can believe it, there's a town in Wisconsin called Winter.
Yeah,
It is Winter, Wisconsin.
Winter, Wisconsin. That's up north. That's up by Superior.
All the way up north.
Right? That's up by Superior, isn't
Yeah.
it? Maybe I should have worn my snow pants today. I thought like layers would be fine, but I don't know. And it's already frozen over on the top of the ice hole.
It's fine.
I'm watching the ice lift And lower with the water.
Uh-huh. West of Madison before La Crosse. And you have heard of winter? That's amazing. It's such a small town.
You have steam coming off your head.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy. Like straight through your... Like, that's insane. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you can. Look at how cold it is. Look at the steam rising off of his head. I don't know. That's just blowing my mind. Wow.
I used to work out outside in the wintertime because of this. Because of how...
Like, oh my God. All right, I'll take the camera off, you know. But holy cow.
All right, bye, Bob. Enjoy your egg salad.
Yes. Sounds delicious.
Oh, hello everybody, welcome in. Double tap that screen.
Hopefully we catch a fish.
I have to dig more holes? Why, Bob? I'm a one-hole guy. I'm not like most guys and hopping from hole to hole to hole. Nah. I found my one hole and I stick with it.
That'll melt. It'll melt. Oh my God.
Bob said LMAO.
How long are we to be out here today?
I don't know.
Freezing.
Are you cold?
Nope. I got toe warmers.
I was gonna
That
say,
I
are
don't
you...
know if they're working or not. I can't tell. My toes are still cold. But I'm okay. I'm fine.
Please don't tell me.
What? That my toe warmers aren't working?
Uh,
I didn't expect very much. They cost
somebody made a
$1.49.
video of winter? That's crazy. Why? Why would somebody make a video of that town?
Because there's a lot of stuff to do in that town.
I mean, I guess, yeah, recreationally, there's a ton of stuff to do. Like if
Snowmobiling, a lot of
you're
people go
out,
snowmobiling up there.
if you're into the outdoors. But like of the town, back when I lived there, anyways, like I stayed up there for a summer when I was trimming trees, but when I was living up there, like there wasn't even a sheriff's department. There wasn't a police department even in the town. It took 45 minutes for the police to even get into town for any reason. And the paramedics, the EMTs up there, show up 90% of the time on ATVs. on four-wheelers. Because that's the quickest way around the city. Well, I guess the town.
I think my thing's frozen. Yes, there's ice. Yes, my water's frozen. Wow, that's cold. I don't want to drop it in the hole. He'll be upset if I lose my water bottle. Your soda's out there, though.
Are you gonna go after my soda?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm welcome.
Yep. This is the live. We're just gonna sit here, stare at a hole, and wait for the flag to go off.
Well, that's ice fishing.
Yep. You want to see the lake? Oh. They want to see the lake. Alright, so we got that guy there. We got that guy there. He's going out. We got 1 and 2 out there. 3 and 4 out there. Obviously ours. Yep, that's the lake. That guy there. Right there. He's in the good spot. That's a 20-foot spot. A lot of these guys, though, they have boats. They come out and they fish this lake in the summertime, and so they know where all the hot spots in the lake are and where, like, all the beds and stuff like that are, and the weed lines. And I don't have a boat yet. I don't have my kayak. We're getting our kayaks this summer, or this year. When we get our kayaks, though, I'm gonna be out here all the time fishing it. Yeah, it's a really good lake. Like I said, it's largemouth, northern.
Panfish.
I was gonna say, and all types of panfish,
All
from
types of panfish.
bluegills, perch.
Is that fine?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we got minnows out.
Somebody just caught the record-setting muskie in Green Bay.
Yeah,
For
the
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin state record just got set
Again.
like 2 days ago.
Big. This is a big muskie.
Yeah, Fishy. I don't think Fishy's seen it yet. I don't think he's seen the picture of it yet, but
It's the wind that's cold. And next week it's supposed to be negative 23 wind chill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not so bad then.
Oh yeah, somebody called me. I don't know who that was.
Well,
I
the
didn't
phone's in
answer.
my hand.
I know. It's probably your daughter.
Oh, well.
I told her we were going. Grandma's home.
Yep.
That's really like this thick on top of there. I can see a bubble.
What?
That's fucking cold.
Nah, Bob, you're not a jinx.
For what?
He said he wants us to. He said, let's go fish. I know it's not fishy things. I want you guys to get a fish, so I'm not going to be a jinx, like Jess said.
No, that was about something else. And I don't even remember what I said you were going to be jinx about now. I think that was about the hole.
Yep.
Maybe we'll get something. Maybe. Oh my god. Look over my ice shelter. Get out of here.
It's an ice shelter. It's supposed to be made of ice.
No. No, it's not. It's only like that because you forgot to put it away.
I know.
And then it snowed a lot. Oh. Hey, there's supposed to be a snap here. It's not snapped.
Yeah.
But I can't snap it from the inside.
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's warm enough.
And then you started your family? Bob, I don't want you to feel old, but I was born in 87.
40 below. Crazy. Nope. I'm sorry, what? Probably a piece of ice.
Probably.
That wind.
Uh-huh. Glad we got us a shelter.
Mm-hmm.
Would not be out here today otherwise.
Nope.
Your oldest daughter was born in 74?
I was born in 92.
Yeah.
My parents were born in 67.
Four daughters, three sons. Yeah, just the one daughter for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids today are crazy.
Kids today are crazy.
I couldn't imagine having 7 of them.
7. Like, I feel like back in the day you could have more kids because they all made sense. And
Right.
they weren't like crazy. I don't know. But now, no, I couldn't have 7. No, I couldn't have more than one. I want to say my Aunt Becky had 13 brothers and sisters. Will you stop it?
I don't know, man. Kids back then were a lot more self-sufficient.
Oh my God.
You gonna read to me?
I'm alive?
And only 2 of them will not fish. But
You did pretty good, Bob.
yep,
You did pretty good.
did pretty good then.
Nice. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to read the book, we can. I'll mute the live.
I don't care if people hear me. Maybe they'll want to read it. Starting at the end of the book. See, that's how you get hooked. You hear the last chapters and you're like, okay, what the happened? How did we get here?
Nah, we can't do that.
No?
Nah.
Why not?
Because they talk about controversial issues in the book.
Oh, like black people owning slaves? That blows my mind. I'm just saying.
That black people own slaves? Or
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
Or that's controversial?
No, that black people own slaves. You think they'd be, everybody would be against that. Like, from, like, ancestry and stuff. Maybe it's because she's Jamaican. But she's okay with it. Anyways, this is a good book.
Yep. Dragon de la Sangre.
Read it. Love it. It's amazing. Oh, enjoy the simple pleasures. Like ice fishing.
There's ice chips falling on top of the hole and sand on top of the ice.
I showed you, I think
I
it
know.
was. You can see where I lifted it up. I made a little tent right there.
Mm-hmm.
And where it was not frozen, where the water is dripping, is already refreezing. But it's not that cold in here, really.
I told you it wouldn't be bad in here.
What did that say? Oh, it's just got a
Yeah.
logo on it.
Yep.
I was like, fish! Like, fish! No matter if you lose car keys, cause chaos. Causes chaos?
No, I did not. We did not find my sister's keys. I don't know if she ever found them.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh my god, no. I don't know if she ever. She didn't tell me she did. She had to buy a new.
I know she bought a new key.
Like, yeah, she had to pay like the $150 to get like a new key made or something.
Right before Christmas, too. That sucked.
But she hasn't said she found him.
Yeah, but she hasn't told me that she found them.
And everything did melt, so I think that the snowplow took him with.
I don't know, but I made a really cool fort. Nah, she said she looked under her seat. She said she even
I did
my
too.
even my wife went out there and looked
Yeah, I
underneath
looked
the
in
seat.
her car too. I even looked underneath of her car, like, to like maybe she dropped them out of her pocket and they slid underneath of her car. No, nowhere to be found. I looked places she said she already looked because I do not believe people. It's not that I don't believe them, but like most people overlook stuff and like somebody else looks and it gets found. So, like, second pair of eyes is better than just one. People get mad at me. They're like, I already looked in that spot. And I'm like, okay, well. And then lo and behold, I look there and I find what was being looked for. Oh.
But you have the finder power. That doesn't work. That's not fair. Guys, can somebody just like make my flag go off?
Tap it. Nope. Made bubbles come up. How are my toes frozen with a heat warmer in them?
Look at this, guys.
I told you it was frozen over. Bobber's trying to come up and it can't. It's at the top of the ice.
My soda's freezing. Let's set it back on top of a giant block of ice.
Looks like it's sitting on top of a giant block of ice. Look. There was no ice in here when we started the day.
Alright guys, we are going to mute the stream. Just so we can read for a little bit. I am just going to let it go. You can ask me questions still, and I will unmute it to answer your questions. But I do want to get into this book. We are almost done with it. And I don't want to get a copyright strike. So,
I don't think you can for reading yourself, reading a book. Can you?
I mean, I got.
I don't think so. It's me reading it.
So this is an audio presentation.
This is an audio presentation of The Dragon de la Sangre by Alan F. Troop.
Audio done by Jess.
Audio done by Jess. We are not selling this in any way, shape, or form on the internet. And then, no copyright.
Let's go.
Father told me.
Chapter 23.
Chapter 23.
For all of those who want to follow along. This might be a regular thing. We might do a story time.
Father told me that when he built this house, he took pains to make sure that sounds traveled very little, especially from the cells on the bottom floor, he said. I found always lost my patience with the noisy ones. There were times, I have to admit, that I dispatched some of them more quickly, just so I could have some peace and quiet. You can't imagine how dreary it can be to have to listen to hours and hours of human tears and wailing. Thanks to Father's foresight and the thick stone cell walls his masons built, Elizabeth and I both sleep late the next morning, undisturbed by any noise generated on the floor below us. As usual, I wake first, leaving my pregnant bride still lost in her dreams. I stop outside our bedchamber, near the spiral staircase, then a few muffled sounds drift up from the cells. Glad to know the effects of the Dragon's Tear wine have abated. Curious to see the condition of our guests, I descend the stairs. The muted noises growing louder, taking form. Casey Morton sobbing and groaning. When I near the bottom, she stops. I stand in the shadows, out of the view of the cells, and listen to the rustle of bodies moving, the metallic clinking of chains. Jorge Santos murmuring in the darkness. Casey, honey, relax. We'll get through this. She shrieks instead, loud enough for me to wince, the scream fading only as she runs out of air. Then she begins to moan again, ignoring Santos's assurance. Her cries building in volume. Before she reaches another crescendo, I flip the wall switch, turning on all the ceiling fixtures at once, their bright lights erasing all the shadows, shining through the iron-barred doors of each cell. Casey throws one menaced hand over her eyes to block the glare, cowers on her cot, and yowls. I step into my captive's line of sight. Jorge Santos, still in his wetsuit, his left forehead covered by a purple welt from his accident the day before, sits on his bed, blinks from the light as he stares at me. Iron chains attached to an iron ring around his neck, and iron manacles around each wrist and each ankle limit his range of motion to only a few feet on either side of his bed. He makes no effort to fight against his shackles. Not so Casey Morton in the cell next to him, separated from Santos by a 2-foot thick stone wall and similarly restrained. She jumps from her bed, tries to move as far from me as she can, tugging and yanking on her chains to no effect. Already the manacles have rubbed her wrists red, almost raw. Before she hurts herself further, I yell, "Stop!" Casey freezes, staring at me, gasping air like a frantic animal, her blonde hair tangled and spiked, her bruises and cuts from the day before covering her face in an irregular pattern of welts and scabs. Blood has caked on the side of her wetsuit where the gash in the black material offers a glimpse of the white skin and the dark wounds beneath. Fear, I decide, will do more to her than any soothing talk. I almost growl my words. Casey, I keep a pack of wild dogs outside. Do you remember seeing them chase your boat when you and Jorge sailed close to the island? She nods. If you don't quiet down, I'm going to have to put a few of them in the cell with you. Do you understand? She nods again, looks at the floor. I move on, stand in front of Jorge's cell. I think your friend will be quiet for a while, I say. You're a prince, Santos said, his tone acid. He examines his chains. Is this what you did with Maria? You drugged her and held her here? Until you killed her? No. I fight the temptation to explain how I feel about his sister's death, to dismiss it as an accident. I never drugged Maria. I never had her down here. Maybe, Santos shrugs. At this point, I guess there's no reason for you to lie. He locks eyes
Bob
with me.
said, "Hey, I could have Jess read. She has a good voice for this." I made her smile, Bob.
Thanks, Bob. But I know you know what happened to her. His eyes possess the same shape, the same color as Maria's. I find he reminds me too much of her. It irritates me that I still care about his sister's death, and it bothers me that Elizabeth has engineered events in the way that forces me to be reminded of her constantly. Better, I think, that he and the woman had died. I look away. Santos irritates me more by adopting a smug expression, almost a smirk, as if he's won a point in a contest of wills. I noticed that you didn't deny that you killed her, he says. Sighing, I shake my head. No, I didn't deny it. I didn't say I did it either. I don't think discussing Maria now serves either of us very well. I let my voice deepen, turn menacing. It's time, I think, to remind him his fate depends on my goodwill. It certainly doesn't serve you. Maybe not, Santos says, refusing to be intimidated. But it's hard to ignore that your sweet young wife drugged my girlfriend and me. And he holds up his wrist to show off his chains. I do have a problem with being locked up and chained to my bed. Santos pauses, looks as if he's considering something, then nods his head. As a matter of fact, I have to admit, I've already decided I'm going to have to kill you both. I grin at the incongruity of my prisoner threatening me. And how do you plan to do that? Don't you think the chains and the locked cell will get in your way? Well, I didn't say it wouldn't be a challenge, Santos laughs. His laughter catches me off guard, and I let myself join him, wishing things could be different, wondering how hard it will be to control this man. Our mirth lasts only a moment, then fades into silence. Santos glaring at me returning his stare. In the next cell, Casey Morton grumbles. How can you laugh? You know the bastard's going to kill us. Are you? Santos asks. Not unless I have to, I say. I see no reason to explain their eventual fate. Of course, the two of you are going to have to stay here. You'll be expected to help maintain the household and the grounds. Santos whoops and laughs. You're fucking nuts. This is America, and you want to make us slaves? I frown. Consider rushing into the cell and striking him, beating him until he learns humility. Enough. You need to speak and act with more respect. Look around you. Test your chains. You and your friend have no options. You're going to have to learn to accept that. And if I don't, there are dogs outside that would like the opportunity to meet you, I say. Or I could leave you locked up without food or water. I could hurt the woman or you dozens of different ways. I could kill her and let you live, or vice versa, I shrug. Or I could kill you both. Or you could cooperate and live fairly comfortable lives. Santos looks around his cell. You think this is comfortable? I could make it more so. We need to get out of these wetsuits, the Cuban says. It can be done, I say. But first, you mentioned a note yesterday. Santos grins as if he has the upper hand. We need food and dry clothes. And Casey needs for her cuts to be taken care of. I nod. First, tell me about the note. It came in the mail from the attorney that bailed me out. The one I didn't hire. He said it was from his client in California. Scowling, I say. Go on. There wasn't much to it. It said, you're on the right track. Peter De La Sangre killed your sister. And then it said, if you ever need help bringing him to justice, call. It listed a number, a local one. Santos pauses, shakes his head. I can't remember it now. And then it said, please call anytime, day or night. There wasn't any signature or name. Did you ever call? I asked. He smiles. No, I wanted you to myself. Santos pauses again, his grin turning smug, then says, as if he's earned some new concession, Casey and I should stay in the same cell. No, I shake my head. I don't think so. Okay, I guess you're in charge, Santos says, his tone acid again. He holds his hands up, palms out in a mock gesture of surrender. So it's whatever you say, boss. For now, just don't forget, things can change. And when they do, you're dead. This time I chuckle. The man has no concept of my powers and abilities, nor of Elizabeth's. I have no doubt if given the chance, he will attempt to slay me, and I have no fear that he will succeed. Whenever you think you can kill me, I say, please feel free to try. I will. Later, Santos says. But he cooperates when I unlock his cell and readjust his chain so I can lead him into the hallway. Morton surprises me by cooperating too, shuffling out of her cell, waiting next to Santos while I chain them together. Santos whispers something to her, but she saves me the need to quiet them and stares away, saying nothing in return.
You want to take a walk?
No, I'm okay. My toes are numb though. I don't know how with these heat warmers in here.
Look, it's crazy. You got heat warmers. I have steel toes on. So my toes are surrounded by metal.
And mine are numb.
And yours are numb and mine are not.
And these are supposed to go to -30. These boots are. Trash. Lies. Okay. Continuing on. Father taught me that keeping humans captive calls for constant vigilance and careful technique. As weak as they are the most dangerous and most determined once they are taken captive. They become like rodents in a cage. They never stop trying. I've had ones who dug through stone. Others who worried at their chains so much.
You dropped your gloves.
All good?
Yep. You want to start the soup? Do you want me to start the soup anyways?
Honestly, I don't have a break for a while.
That's fine.
I can stop right now, though. I got it. It'd be easier for me. Here, you take this.
Okay, I'll take over reading.
Yep.
As weak as they are the most dangerous and most determined once they are taken captive. They become like rodents in a cage. They never stop trying. I've had ones who dug through stone. Others who worried at their chains so much that the metal failed. You must always keep them bound in some way. Alternate their cells on an irregular schedule. Inspect their walls and floors. Examine their locks for tampering. Never show mercy and never trust them. Whenever you do, they'll turn on you. I fetter Santos and Morton the way Father has taught me, with only 12 inches. Oh, that's supposed to be tether. That makes sense. I tether Santos and Morton the way Father taught me, with only 12 inches of chain between their feet, their wrists bound by shorter chains, Santos' right ankle shackled to Morton's left, his neck ring connected by a short chain fastened to hers. It's fine. Just put it on the stove. They have no choice but to move slowly, shuffling in tandem with each other, their chains clinking as they ascend the stairs in front of me. The clangor precedes them, wakes Elizabeth shortly before we reach the second floor. Peter, she mind speaks. Why are you bringing them up here now? They're a mess. They need to shower and change. They're slaves. Take them outside and hose them down, Elizabeth says.
He's asking about your boots.
Why steel toes? Because they're really the best boots that I have for everything. I used to work in a factory, and so like I had to have steel toes. They even had Met guards on them. But yeah, I used to build semi trailers. So I was working in a factory, around welding and everything else. So yeah, they're just the best boots that I have, and they're the most comfortable ones that I own. And she says that her winter boots have her toes numb. It's not good in cold weather. I know.
Apparently my feet are colder than his, and mine don't have steel toes. And I have toe warmers attached to my socks right now, which I don't feel any heat coming from.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm alright.
Oh my god.
They're slaves. Take them outside and hose them down, Elizabeth says. It's unnecessary, I say. We've plenty of extra rooms, more than enough showers they can use. They're not our guests, but it wouldn't hurt to treat them as well as possible. Honestly, Peter, sometimes you make no sense. They're just humans. Elizabeth joins me as I lead them into one of the other bedchambers. I'm relieved to see that she's chosen to be both in human form and clothed. I doubt that Santos and his woman would be as cooperative if they saw either of us in our natural states. You, Elizabeth says to the woman. Morton looks at her, then stares at the floor, waits to hear what Elizabeth wants. She remains still as my bride unchains her and helps her out of the wetsuit and the bathing suit beneath it. She stands naked before us, slightly trembling. So thin, Elizabeth Mine speaks. She holds Morton's empty chains in one hand, runs the fingers of a free hand over the cuts and bruises on the woman's face, then turns her so she can examine the long gash on Morton's side where one of the hobby's wires cut into her. After you shower, I'll put some herbs on this, Elizabeth says. It will heal quickly. Casey nods. The woman's docility surprises me. She accepts Elizabeth's continued inspection. Jorge and I watching them. Do you like her? Elizabeth asks. Would you want to make love to this blonde woman? Or is she too thin for you? Her breasts too small? Santos shifts beside me, clinking his chains, shaking his head, but I ignore him. I only want to make love to my wife, I say, and turn my attention to Elizabeth, her swollen stomach. Maybe once I would have found one like this of interest. She isn't an animal, Santos shouts. He whirls towards me, throwing his arms over my head, wrapping the chains between his manacles around my neck, choking me, grunting as he tightens his grip. Instead of fighting off his attack, I immediately thicken my neck muscles, preventing the iron links from blocking my air or cutting my blood flow. Santos tries to tighten his hold and groans when he finds that, no matter his effort, he can't. I almost feel sorry for him as he strains to no avail. I wait for him to see the futility of his actions and give it up. Morton, her eyes wide, watches our struggle, but provides no help. Not so Elizabeth. She quickly tires of waiting for me to end it. This is stupid, she says. Twirling Morton's chains over her head, she steps closer to us and crashes them into the side of Santos' head. His grip loosens and I push the chain from my throat and knock him to the floor. I put my foot on his chest to hold him down. Look at this, I say to him, my finger on the bright red bruise his attack left around my neck. He glances, then looks away. No, I want you to watch. I bear down on my foot so all my weight presses on his chest and let up only when I'm sure I have his attention. I won't punish you this time, I say, massaging my swollen throat. You haven't learned yet how strong we are. I relax my muscles, will my flesh to heal. No attack of yours will ever succeed. I point to my neck, and this is why. His expression changes from defiant to bewildered to amazed as my neck narrows and the redness abates, then disappears. What the hell are you people? He asks. Your captors, I say. I step off him, motion for him to rise. All you need to know is that we have the power to do with you as we wish. Now stand and wait while we tend to your friend. He gets up, ignores the thin, red rivulet of blood running down the side of his face, dripping onto his wetsuit. If you say so, boss, he says. Casey Morton needs no prodding. She does whatever Elizabeth tells her, accepts her chains again after she showers, waits to see what else we require of her. Jorge, too, now follows instruction. He makes no move when I unchain him, doesn't object to Elizabeth undressing and examining him. She runs her palm over his chest hair. He's much hairier than you, she mind speaks. I shrug. I thought you liked my bare chest. I do, she grins. Remember, I haven't seen as many naked men as you've seen naked women. Elizabeth cups his testicles in her hand, makes no effort to hide her curiosity as she examines him. Santos endures it, looks away. You're larger than him. Still, I wonder how he would be Elizabeth. Her smile widens. Jealous? Why, Peter? You know I'm yours and yours alone. It's just that sometimes I wonder about human men. After all, he's not one of our people. It wouldn't really be cheating. It would be to me, I say, wishing again we hadn't seized these two, realizing how many months we have to go before our child's birth, and Santos and Morton's demise. Far too long, I think. If Elizabeth intends to go on in this vein, why, Peter, she giggles, your face is red. Chapter 24.
It's not done yet.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, it didn't feel like it was that hot.
Put any beef jerky in it?
No.
Oh yeah, that's not done yet.
There's a lot of steam because it's so cold out here.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to put beef jerky in it?
Kind of. Should I rip some up and toss some in there?
Sure. Chapter 24.
No.
The evening...
I'm just gonna eat the jerky.
The evening news carries the report of Santos's catamaran being found, floating upside down off the shore of Miami Beach. The commercial fishermen who recovered the boat repeat for the cameras that they saw no signs of anyone floating nearby. Both Jorge's and Casey's pictures are flashed on the screen. Tapes of Mrs. Santos weeping over her missing son, and the Mortons stoically appealing for boaters to help search for their daughter run for days on every broadcast. At the office, Arturo gloats and says, "Good riddance. At least that's one problem that solved itself." Jeremy approaches me later, asks, "Peter, did you have anything to do with their disappearance?" "Not that it matters, as long as they're out of the way." I give him a blank stare until he retreats from my office.
What up, everybody? Welcome in.
We keep our prisoners in the house while the search goes on. Let them rest and heal in their cells. At first, we dress them in my old clothes, Elizabeth being far too small for Casey Morton. They look almost comical as they go along, barefoot, in chains, my shirt and pants too baggy, too loose, too long for both of them. Elizabeth grunts when she sees them. My slaves back in Jamaica were better dressed than these two. At least they had shoes, she mind speaks. Your shoes are too small and mine are too large, I say. We'll have to buy them new ones and new clothes on the mainland. Casey continues to be the passive one, silently following orders, shuffling from room to room as she cleans, never complaining about her chains. But she proves useless in the kitchen. I don't eat meat, she explains when Elizabeth tells her to prepare steaks. Blood rare for us, and however Santos and she like them. And I hardly ever cook. Morton points to Santos. He's the one who's good at that. You'll have to eat what we give you, Elizabeth says. You're too thin for your own good. She instructs Santos on what to prepare, ignores his grumblings that the chains get in the way. When the food is ready, she insists that Casey eat her entire steak and sits next to her at the oak table in the great room, prodding her to continue eating. I wouldn't force her to eat so much, Santos said. He needs no such encouragement.
Hi, Emmy.
Hey, Emmy. He needs no such encouragement, wolfing his meat down almost as quickly as Elizabeth and I do ours. Then we all three sit and wait as Casey takes one small bite after another. Santos puts his feet on the chair across from him, slouching in his seat like any other man relaxing after a good meal. He looks around the room, notices the blue ceramic pitcher on one of the shelves. Hey, boss, that's what your wife poured for us when we first came here, isn't it? I nod. What is it? I've never heard of anything like that. Peter, there's no need to tell him about it, Elizabeth Mine speaks. And there's no harm in it either, I reply. What good would the knowledge possibly do for him? She sighs and turns her attention back to Casey, nagging her to take yet another bite. I'm gonna start listening. Oops.
How's it going, Emmy?
I will continue that in just a second. You can talk to Jack.
Oh yeah, that's done. Soup's done.
Mm-hmm.
The puppy's not letting you nap.
Puppies don't. It's okay. It's worth it. Because once they get older, they just love to cuddle. And then you can sleep with them all the time.
Especially with that big of a puppy. Like your puppy right now, at 9 weeks old, is about as big as ours is, full grown.
One of them. Not the big one. Uh-oh.
Eat the soup, wear the soup. I'll keep you warm.
I got it in my hair. Intermission on the book while we eat. Still no fish.
Fishy's outdoor dashing, so the puppy is beside himself. He loves him and only him.
It's in your coat. Well, I just wanted to drip on the book. I can return this to the library.
We got heat this time, Emmy.
Also, how we cook the soup.
Yep.
I can't feel any of my toes.
Well, you want to go, we can go, baby.
I didn't say that. I just said I couldn't feel any of my toes. I don't know what that has to do with about wanting to go. I think it might be from sitting on this bucket. I think like my sciatic might be pinching and like losing feeling. You know?
That's why I said you want to get up and go for a walk.
It's cold out there. No, I just want to complain about how I can't feel my toes, okay?
I get it.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go for a walk. I just want to complain right here.
Slippers be better than steel toes? Not my slippers. My slippers are like way too cloth and they don't have rubber bottoms at all. So nah, they'll just get wet and soaked and no.
I think I should have worn my other boots though, the ones with the fur lining. Even though there's snow. Because, like, I mean, they're warmer than these ones, which is crazy. I love how Bob's just been in here listening to me read the book. I don't know how much Emmy heard. I don't know who else is in here, but I don't even care. I don't want to think about it because when I think about how many people are listening and we read the book, I don't even want to think about it.
It's been mostly just Bob.
Okay, good. Like, if it's been more, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Like, if it pops up and it says, like, 30 people in the thing, don't tell me. I'll start fucking the book up. I won't be able to read it.
Maybe if I get her stoned, she'll stop complaining.
Probably.
I mean, I fed her. She still complains.
Oh, no, this is warming my toes up. The soup is warming up my toes.
Bob, hush. Don't tell her that we had 9 at one point.
I don't need to know that. It's just Bob. And Emmy's fine too. She can listen too. Everybody else can listen, but I just don't want to know about it. Anybody else get self-conscious when they're reading out loud? Like, I read in my head all day, no problem.
No, because most people haven't read out loud since 3rd grade. And if they do read out loud, they're probably reading to their kids. Bob said, hey, I'm into the story now.
We'll continue. I just gotta eat first.
Yep. Lunchtime.
Mm-hmm. Lunch on the ice.
Intermission.
There's only like 5 more chapters. 4 more chapters of the book. Something like that. And then I gotta wait for the second book to come.
Yeah, we had to order the second book because the library lost their copy. Which means somebody stole it.
They have every other book in the series.
Yeah, they
Not
have,
the second
they
one.
have book 1, they have book 3, and they have book 4, but not book 2. If somebody's gonna steal a book, they should steal the whole series. But you shouldn't steal, especially from a library. Like, bro, the library doesn't even have, like, fines anymore.
Well, as long as you return it. If you don't return it,
Yeah.
and you want to check something else out, you still got to pay for it. Or you can check something else out. But as long as you return it, you don't get, like, late fees. Alright, she's done. I got soup on the back of the stove when I was stirring it.
Oh, well.
Back to story time. After I take a drink. wet my whistle.
What about a whistle? Hit the fish whistle.
That's right. Enjoy the journey. Every day, embrace the journey. Casey continues to be the positive one. Wait, I already read this. Hold on. Where the heck was I, guys? Hold on. That's like passive, anyways. Okay. It's a family recipe, I tell him. Elizabeth makes it herself. Santos knits his eyebrows, looks from the picture to me and back to the picture. Why? I smile at him. Sometimes it's useful. You saw that. You saw what it did to you. He shakes his head grimly. Elizabeth says, "Good, you're finished." We both turn to see Casey's plate empty. The blonde sits still, her eyes glazed, her white skin paler than usual. She hasn't eaten meat since she was 12 years old, Santos says. Casey nods, then belches, and leans over to her side and begins to retch, spewing Elizabeth's hard work all over the floor. Santos glares at Elizabeth. "See, I told you, if you hadn't made her stuff herself." My bride shakes her head and shouts, "Stop!" at Morton, who continues to empty her stomach. "Do something," Elizabeth says to me. She looks so bewildered, so frustrated. I have to stifle an indulgent grin. I hold my hands up. We can't control their stomachs, I mind speak. "Clean it up," she yells at Santos. The Cuban gets up to do as he is told. He turns to me, says, "I warned her," and I nod. Elizabeth glares at me. If she could, I'm sure she would make me clean it up too. As the weeks pass, I become used to sharing our home, letting Santos and Morton lighten my burdens. Elizabeth and I go on shopping forays to Goodwill and the Salvation Army, bringing home armloads of clothes for our prisoners. I let Jorge make up grocery lists, and we stock the kitchen and freezer with all types of foods and condiments that would never tempt my bride or me. Growing a little more tired of her pregnancy each day, Elizabeth spends more time in bed. She only ventures outside during the day to oversee Casey as she works in the garden or to accompany me when I go to the mainland. She takes to napping early, every evening, before we hunt. I find I enjoy having Santos work by my side. The man likes to talk, and as long as we avoid any discussion of his sister, has a seemingly endless catalog of stories about his co-workers and ex-girlfriends. To my delight, I learn he likes to play chess, the only human game Father deigned to play. And we fall into the habit of playing a game each evening after dinner, before I lock him and Morton back in their cells. Elizabeth and I never leave the two unsupervised outside their cells. It becomes routine for me to unlock their doors each morning and lock them again each evening. As time passes without any resistance on their part, my bride and I both decide to lessen the amount of change Santos and Morton must bear. In their cells, I reduce their load to a single chain attached to an iron ring set in the wall, but long enough to allow them to range the width and breadth of their confines. Casey learns to surrender control of her diet and finally eats as my bride wishes. Slowly, her body thickens and curves appear where bones once were noticeable. Elizabeth, too, continues to grow bigger, the child strong and kicking within her. Even at night, after my bride has changed into her natural state, her new girth can't go unnoticed. "Do you still desire me?" She surprises me by asking me one night. "I thought you didn't want to anymore." Elizabeth shakes her head. "I didn't before. I do now. Mom told me I might, for a while, after the baby grew some."
Man, we don't have any hot chocolate, Bob.
Do you still want to, Peter? Of course, I say, and find myself making love to her again as often as when we first met. Sex, I find, is on Santos' mind too. He brings up the subject one afternoon, shortly before the end of January, when I have him follow me outside to help me do routine maintenance in one of the arms rooms. Even though I can't imagine any way the man will ever have an opportunity to break into the room, I make Santos face away before I approach the narrow crack in the stone on the arm's door side. I check to make sure his eyes are elsewhere before I thin my arm and work it into the crevice, feeling for the release lever, smiling at the loud click as it opens. After my arm regains its shape, I allow the Cuban to turn. Jorge whistles when I lift the crossbar and throw open the room's thick oak door. I watch as he examines the ancient weapons stored on the shelves, the extra cannons in the back of the room, the bags of shot, the sealed lead canisters filled with gunpowder. "Did you once have an army out here?" he asks. I grin and shake my head. "Not an army," I say, "but my ancestor believed in maintaining a strong defense. That's why he kept so many rifles and cannons here." Santos picks up one of the long arms, examines it, and puts it back in place. "Muskets, boss," he contradicts me. "These have smooth bores. That makes them muskets. If the barrels had grooves cut inside them, then they'd be rifles." "Oh," I say. "I take it you know your way around these before. Or I take it you know your way around these." The Cuban reaches for an old, massive naval blunderbuss, railgun, and grunts from its weight as he lifts it. He nods. "Not that I'm used to handling real ones. Every one of these are collector's items. You could make a fortune selling them." He studies the piece, looks into the muzzle. "The ball this fires has to be as large as a child's fist." "Not quite," I say, pointing to the golf-size lead balls stacked on a shelf a few feet away. Santos hefts the piece again before he puts it down. "No wonder they mounted these on the rails. The recoil would knock even a large man on his ass." He picks a flintlock pistol up, cocks it, sights it on me. "Tempting," he says, laughs. "Too bad it's empty." I smile. "You'd just be wasting your time. It wouldn't kill me anyway." "None of it? Maybe one of the big pieces, if you got lucky. But trust me, you could never aim it in time to get me." He grins too. "Boss," he says, "you never know until you try." We spend the afternoon inspecting every piece, applying grease wherever needed. Santos tells me about the big guns in St. Augustine. They're easily twice as large as your cannons. One man couldn't move them. God, you can't believe how the ground shakes when they fire. "Maybe one of these days we'll fire the one I keep outside," I say. "I'd like that," Jorge says. We finish shortly before dark and linger on the veranda, watching Elizabeth direct as Casey weeds the garden. The woman's blonde hair has grown out enough to permit a ponytail, and it sways as she works. Her newfound weight has settled mostly to her breasts, hips, and buttocks. Jorge shakes his head as he watches her. "Man," he says, "this has to qualify as cruel and unusual treatment. Even prisoners in Railford get conjugal visits."
Alright, guys. We're gonna get out of here. We've been fishing for an hour. Live for an hour and a half. Fishing for an hour. And no bites whatsoever. So we are outie. We will come back tomorrow. See you tomorrow, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
That's okay, Bob. He said, only said sorry because I can't bring you any coffee.
Oh.
Yeah, no problem, Bob. Not worried about it. But yeah, like, I mean, that's what it's supposed to do, guys.
Yay, there are no fish in there.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
Guys,
It froze over pretty decent. Can you hear that, guys? Knock on it again. Oh, she broke through.
God,
Grab a piece of ice. How thick is it?
thick.
Dang! Look how thick the. Look, this is just the. This is just the fucking water. Like this is just from the hole. I can't even talk, guys. I can't even fucking think straight.
That's just what froze over after we made the hole.
Right.
And this hour that we've been after we made the hole. Holy cow, guys.
All right,
Time to pack
we
up.
out. Time
Thanks
to pack
for
it up.
joining.
Thank you for joining. Love you guys.